this is the interesting thing, what it's done for me has even allowed me at times, because I know certain strengths of hers and how she can get through to him on certain things, I can actually go to her and say, you know, what can I do? Could this happen?
What is one thing that you would advise polygynous families to avoid, either as members of a polygynous family or just as a family as a whole? One thing to avoid.
I'm going to say the comparison syndrome. I'm comparing by your marriage.
I like that. Yeah.
I think one of the major things is allow everyone room to evolve and who they need to become is a big one for me. Because sometimes we want room to evolve, but we don't allow it for anyone else. And that's a big problem. It's huge. You don't allow the husband, the co-wife, the children, nobody, yourself, enough space to learn and make mistakes, because you're going to make them, and learn from them. Don't hold them over people's heads. That always bothered me, because then you form a pattern. All these patterns get formed, and then you look up marriage over, kids hate you. Yeah, I mean, it's just a wreck. So just avoid stopping someone else's evolution, I would say.
Mashallah.
I would say avoid being weak. Avoid being weak. It's easy to be weak. Take the cowardly road, or not, be one to feel uncomfortable, practice avoidance. Avoid avoidance. Deal with it.
Avoid avoidance.
Deal with it. Address it. Get it man on as a man. Go ahead, move forward directly, do what you got to do, but avoid weakness. All right, because weakness is a choice. You can be courageous and fail at something, but you still respect that.
Right.
But don't be weak and succeed at something that still don't respect you. So avoid weakness.
I really like that. I wonder, I've said before, and maybe Coach Nyla and Fatimah can corroborate this, but with the insecurities sometimes that can come out between the women, either the initial wife or the subsequent wife, exactly as Coach Nyla said, it's the comparison, isn't it? I'm not, we haven't been married as long as them, or we don't have as many children, or, she knows him better, or she's the new hot thing, whatever the case may be. And I've always found it to be very useful for each wife to play her, what's the word? When you have people in a game, Coach Nazir, you know this, like you have people in a game, play position, that's it. To play your position, right? Because every one of you has her own unique strengths in the situation, and probably her own unique connection as well with the husband, right? And her home has its own dynamic that is unique, and it's special to her and whatever she's creating on her end of things. And when sisters have brought this up, I've always said sort of, play your position, play to your strengths. Don't compare what you have and what you've got going on with, your co-wife, because all that will happen is you're going to feel like you're lacking somehow. But the reality is that you have strengths and she has strengths. You've got great stuff going for you as she does, right? Play your position. Do you think that's good advice to give to co-wives?
Hey guys, we want to just step in here for a few moments and give you some really important information.
Indeed. We get asked quite a bit about, where should I start? What should I do when it comes to marriage? Do you do premarital stuff? What about polygyny? And we do. We actually have a course called the Relationship Mastery Inner Circle. So let me tell you about it very briefly. You can go ahead and check it out and decide whether or not it's for you. Basically, every single week, one of us releases a brand new topic along with worksheets, okay? And downloadable audios as well in our private members area. Because if you enjoy the video that you're watching now, I think you will really enjoy going a lot deeper again, depending on where you are in your relationships. So with that being said, You can go ahead and check the information out. Again, whether you're practicing polygyny, you intend to, you want to get better. But the main thing is if you want to be outstanding, above average, then you may want to definitely check out the Relationship Mastery Inner Circle.
So make sure you click the link in the description and let you get back to the video. I think it's a great, I think it's great advice. This is the funny thing you said that because Coach Nyla has this history and everything like that, I think it was like, okay, well, instead of figuring out how I can communicate with him in a way, I'm like, okay, well, she communicated with him in this type of way, so maybe he's used to this type of communication, whatever, so whatever, right? Being able to see these different things and playing your position and knowing what works for you and for your marriage. This is the interesting thing. What it's done for me has even allowed me at times, because I know certain strengths of hers and how she can get through to him on certain things. I can actually go to her and say, you know, what can I do? Could this happen? And seriously, like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that. But she's like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to him. You know, whatever. And it's really cool. It's like, it's still the mind of the marriage, but it's still succeeding as a unit, succeeding as a team, where it's like, okay, we want to win all around the board. So if I'm having some issues in communicating some type of wants, needs, or something like that, and I know that she can do it, or she can kind of like, oh, wait, okay, this is a trigger word for him, and you use that trigger word. And okay, we good?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so because he is an INTJ, and he has a whole bunch of other stuff going on, he may be totally oblivious to what I was feeling, what I said, anything like that, right? But then another voice comes like, yeah, this is the feeling. This is what a feeling person feels like.
Right.
Not to take away from that, like he doesn't have any feelings because he got the tea, because he definitely has them. It's just it's more of a logical standpoint. So being able to have that. And I remember listening to one of the interviews that he did with one of the brothers, and it was like, do your wives get together and kind of like gang up on you type of thing with
That's what it sounds like to me. There's a tag team going on here.
But we don't. It's more of a, we can work together. And that's the thing where we even talk about when co-wives, that other sphere that you talk about, of having that, whether you want to be together or want to know each other or not, is so much benefit in doing that for the whole family dynamic, and to win. Like, we talk about outstanding personal relationships, not okay relationships, not it's a high relationships. It's like outstanding personal relationships. You want to make sure that if that's what you're striving to have and striving to become, then you want to do that all around the board. And of course, as Coach Nyla talked about before, is working within yourself. Yes. So because we've done the work, I can't go to my co-wife without feeling like, well, I don't want her, knowing that I'm vulnerable like this.
Yeah.
So yesteryear. So it's just pretty much, hey, we want to win and we want to see each other win and see each other succeed. And I think once you have that mindset, that mind shift, as I was talking about before, that you will definitely see so many benefits in polygyny. And they totally outweigh the negative that people are trying to put out there about it.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.